welcome back to my channel. Today's chit chat is going to be all about hospital bags, which I have got right here, my trusty hospital bag, hypnobirthing courses, and then birth plans. Now I'm going to go through the hypnobirthing course first that I did online, because every woman, honestly, I would 100% recommend that every woman does a hypnobirthing course. It is not hippie or like eat your placenta, let's get weird kind of thing. It's amazing. It goes through all the science and just everything you need to know about labour. Like when I had a little labour scare last week, I kind of thought I was going into labour. I actually felt very anxious and I was like, I can't be feeling like that. Obviously now that labour is imminent. Now labour is imminent, I can't be feeling anxious or nervous, because I know that's not good for me, it's not good for the baby, and it's not good for your labour in general. So I thought, right, okay, one of my friends had told me about a hypnobirthing course that she did online, completely online. I thought, oh yeah, I'll buy that. I think it was like £42 and 100% worth it. Like I would have paid £100 for that course. It was amazing. So doing that course has also made me change my birth plan a little bit, so I'm going to go through that in this video as well. So we've got hypnobirthing, hospital bags and birth plans all in this video for you. So I'll go through briefly what the hypnobirthing course like entailed and what I learned from that course. I'm not going to obviously go into the sciencey side and start informing you like I know exactly what I'm talking about, because I 100% don't. I have just done a course and I can tell you what I've learned in that course. So the online course I did was a digital course. It is called the Positive Birth Company. So literally if you just Google Positive Birth Company, it comes up. I bought it online and then it was ready in, it's on a Teachable account, which you can create an account. You have to create an account to access it, which isn't a problem. And then you have all the course videos on there. So like I said, the reason I wanted to do a hypnobirthing course is because when I had like a little bit of a labour scare and I thought I was going into labour, it made me very nervous and very anxious, and like I said, I can't feel like that. I don't want to be nervous. I want to, obviously you are going to be nervous because it's something that you've never done before and you know it's going to hurt, and a lot of people make it out to be this big scary thing, but in this course it teaches you how it's not some big scary thing, and labour and birth is meant to be like a happy experience, and it goes into like the hormones of it, and how the actual hormone which kickstarts your labour is endorphins, which is the happy hormone. But the main things I took away from this course was basically just explaining how you are completely entitled to what you want while you're going through your labour. If you don't want an internal examination, then you don't have to have one. If you feel that you're okay and you're comfortable, you don't have to have someone shove their hand up your vagina and sort of stress you out. The moral behind hypnobirthing is basically just explaining that birth, like I say, is meant to be a really positive, really happy experience, and you are actually in control. Women have been giving birth for thousands, millions, I don't know, years, and it's not some really dangerous thing, and it's just about learning to go with it, and just it tells you all these things that just make it such a more positive experience for you, your baby and your birth partner. So now I literally feel 10 times better about labour, and I feel that when I now go into labour, I feel like I am definitely a lot more ready, and that I know what is going to happen basically, because it does go through the science of it, and all it is a muscle working. Like your uterus is a muscle, so it just explains how it works, and it's just, honestly, I can't put into words how beneficial the course was. 100% recommend. Like I say, it's made me change my birth plan a little bit, which I'm actually going to go through now quickly. So this is my hospital notes. As you can see, I have got a nice big coffee stain on there, which a midwife definitely judged me on, but who cares. Now everyone's hospital notes are different. Some people have nice folders, I just have a book. So in the back you have a page and it says my wishes for birth. This was my original birth plan, right? And it is so not in detail, because I was like, oh, what's the point, I'll just tell them. But in in the hypnobirthing course, it's obviously explaining how you are giving birth and you're in pain, so it is actually your partner's job to tell the midwives what you want, and they will actually refer to this birth plan. I thought that I would just sort of put it in there, get to the hospital, and I'd be like, I want a water birth, and they'd be like, oh well, yeah, there's pools available, cool, lovely, straight in there, or oh, there's no pools available, okay, I just want a private room then. Or however, I didn't actually realise that they would actually refer to this. Don't know why I didn't think they would, I just thought it was a bit of a waste of time. So in my birth plan, preferred place of birth, I've just put the hospital I'm going to. Who would I like with me? My partner Ash, obviously. Wish the dog could be there, but unfortunately she can't. Intended ways of coping with labour, including use of complementary therapies and using the pool. I said I would like to have a water birth, that is literally all I wrote. Monitoring you and your baby's well-being. During labour, I put nothing, because I was like, what does that mean? And then birth of my baby and placenta, I just put natural and water birth. Little did I know there's actually a lot more into it, which I have then put on my new birth plan, so I will go through that in a minute. What would I prefer in the first few hours after birth? We promote skin to skin with all babies and mothers for the duration. I just put I would like to be with my baby as much as possible, and that is all I wrote. So clear to say, I didn't really take advantage of the birth plan, and I didn't really take it very seriously, which at the end of the day, I think you should always be flexible with your birth plan, because at the end of the day, and again in this course as well, it teaches you that you do have a choice in what happens to you. But obviously their job is to get the baby out safely. Well, in the course it also tells you that they get it out as quick as they can, basically, which is not always the best way for mother and baby. So their job is to obviously make sure you're okay and baby's okay and just get it done as quickly as possible. But this is a very intense and emotional experience for you and your baby and your partner, and it shouldn't be rushed. I'm thanking the course again for my change in birthing plan. So this is my new birthing plan. I have just written it on a piece of paper, and it is just going to go on the back page of my book. And I've stressed as well to Ash to make sure that he knows the birth plan, because like I said, I always just assumed that they would be like, right, do you want medication? And I'd be like, no. But when you're in labour, you're in labour, do you know what I mean? So it's very important for Ash to prioritise the birth plan, me to relax and just know that he can speak on my behalf. And obviously if things change and I do want painkillers, or I want to change my position or whatever, that is absolutely fine. But it's just very good that he knows blueprint and what the plan is. So this is the new birth plan, and again I've got Princess Royal Hayward Heath, because that's where I'm going. I've said with me I would like my partner Ash. I said I will be using hypnobirthing, because in the hypnobirthing course it teaches you about breathing, and I've heard that apparently if you say you've done a hypnobirthing course, a lot of the time the midwives know that you sort of want a more stand backish approach, like you don't want to be fussed over, and obviously if you need to be fussed over and monitored, then they will do that regardless, because health and safety obviously, which is fine, but they sort of take a bit more of a step back if you've done a hypnobirthing course, which is what I want. So I will be using hypnobirthing, and I would like to use the pool and give birth to my son in the pool on my knees. So that is the ideal position I would want to be in for obviously gravity. Again, you learn that all in the course about optimal birth positions, and laying on your back with the legs in the air is possibly the worst position you could be in to give birth. It's good for the nurses because they can see, but it's not very good for you pushing the baby out, because obviously he's got to go, they talk about the angle he's got to go in, it's not ideal. I said I want a very relaxed environment and no unnecessary interference, so if they don't have to stick their fingers up my vagina, I don't want that. If they have to check, that is absolutely fine, but if I'm good, baby's good, I'm comfortable and I'm happy, just leave me alone basically. I would like to give birth in the pool on my knees with Ash by my head, so that is my ideal position. I want Ash in front of me and I want to like lean over him basically, and use him. I would like to have a delayed cord clamping and allow the placenta to pulsate out naturally with no interference. This is something that was so beneficial on the cord. So obviously in movies we always see that the baby's born and then the cord is cut straight away, when actually when the baby is born, 2/3 of their blood, about that I think, is still in the placenta or in the cord. So when you have a delayed cord clamp in, you basically just allow all the blood from the placenta and the cord to go back into the baby. I think between 3 and 10 minutes is like 10 minutes, everything you know is pretty much back in there, and then 3 minutes is like the baby's had a sufficient amount of the blood, so it's good to cut it now. So I'm just going to see how I feel. If I feel like going for the full 10 minutes, then that's fine, but I just want to know that he has got all of his blood and that there is no blood left in the placenta. So I talked about obviously the placenta pulsating out naturally. When you have given birth to your baby, you obviously have to give, well, I say obviously, I didn't know you had to give birth to the placenta until I found out I was pregnant. So you have to give birth to the placenta, but it's not painful apparently. I don't know, I'll let you know if it is, but apparently it's not, because obviously it's squidgy and it's like, yeah, so that comes out a lot easier than the baby. When you obviously have the baby, a lot of the time they will give you an injection to get the placenta out as quick as they can. And again, they do that for a few reasons as well. I think it's meant to help like reduce blood loss. But if obviously you're perfectly healthy and you're not experiencing any severe blood loss, then you can wait for it to come out naturally, which is ideally what I would like to do. So it's called pulsating. So yes, I want it to pulsate out naturally with no interference, so I don't want the injection. However, if the placenta is not coming away and I'm experiencing like severe blood loss, anything more than I think a litre is over the threshold of blood loss. So you can lose about a litre of blood while you're giving birth, and that's fine. But if obviously you continue to bleed, then you have a bleed and they want to get the placenta out as quickly as they can, and again, if they need to do that, that is fine. But ideally, if everything goes to plan, I would like the placenta to pulse out naturally. I would like to have my son holding him, letting all the blood go back to him, cut the cord, and then however we go from there. So next part, I've said the few hours after my son is born, I would like to have as much skin-to-skin contact as possible. I would also like to breastfeed as soon as I can. So a lot of the time after you've just given birth, your milk will actually come through then. So if I'm producing milk, I would like to breastfeed for bonding reasons, and then obviously just to give him his first feed. In the hypnobirthing course as well, it talks about vitamin K. So I have it on my official birth plan. It says vitamin K. I would like to my baby to have vitamin K. I do not want my baby to have vitamin K. I'm undecided. You can say that you want him or her to have it orally, IM, which I assume that's an injection. And then yeah, so I'm still a bit indecisive about this. Vitamin K is basically a blood clotter. Research I've sort of done has said that the injection, they wouldn't recommend the injection because apparently it's like 20,000 times the dose of vitamin K that baby needs. And obviously if you are fit and healthy, you don't necessarily need your baby to have vitamin K because they should have had a sufficient amount. I'm just doing a bit more research about that. So I've put on my plan, I do not want my baby to have vitamin K through the injection. I'm undecided if I want him having it orally. So all the research and the reviews I've done have said not to get the injection, but the oral one is fine. I want to talk to a nurse about it. I probably will talk to my midwife about it because yeah, I'm a little bit undecided at this point. So as you can see from this birth plan to this birth plan, there is 100% a lot more detail on here, a lot more specific, and a few changes with obviously the delayed cord clamping and the placenta. So yeah, 100% feel a lot happier with my birth plan and what I have decided to have done. But again, I'm very flexible. If things need to change, I'm well aware of that, and as long as me and baby are safe and happy, that's all I want. So moving on to the hospital bag. Now I have this little note on top of my hospital bag, as well as normally my hospital notes. Just little reminders, so a couple of things that aren't already in the bag, or a couple of things we need to remember to do or grab before we go. Coming home outfit for me, because obviously I need to come home, but I don't have any clothes. I've literally bought 5 dresses throughout pregnancy and I've worn them. This is one of them. I bought this when I was probably like 20 weeks pregnant and it still fits, but yeah, I haven't bought any clothes because I just thought, what is the point? Hospital notes, so obviously they will go on top of there, but if they've been moved or anything, I just want to know that I need to put them in there obviously. Wash bag, I don't have a wash bag. I'm not really fussed about having a wash bag. We probably will buy like mini shampoos and stuff if I obviously want to have a shower or whatever when I'm there, but again it depends on how long we're there. Pillow, I want a pillow, phone charger, MacBook because that's what we're going to play the music off. Because hopefully if we don't have a birth pool and obviously like a birth room, we're just going to pay for a private room, so we'll have sort of free use of being able to just play our music basically. I put bins away and leave key for obviously my grandparents to come in and take care of the dog, but putting the bins away, very important because that one goes through the bins, so need to make sure we put them away. So yeah, that's just a few little notes. I don't even think I saw this on like a place to do, but I was just like, we need to do a few things before, so let's just put this on there. Right, actually going through hospital bag now. So this, oh you're so cute. Hello darling. So this is our hospital bag, hopefully you can see it. So this is just a old gym bag. Gym night bag. At the start I was like, I need to buy a hospital bag, and I was like, no I don't, I have hospital bags, you're only going to use it once. So for me personally, I was not bothered about buying one. So this is our hospital bag, and I will go through like pocket by pocket I guess. So what's this? So obviously I would like a water birth, so this is my basically bikini top. It's a very nice, very stretchy just bra thing. So yeah, it looks tiny, but like I say, it's really stretchy, and it just like, you can sort of pull it down. So obviously if I'm wearing it and I want to breastfeed, I can just be like, whoop, get it out and breastfeed. I have got a vest in here just in case that I want to cover up a little bit I guess, or just after the water birth hopefully I can just pop that on. This is like my night dress kind of thing. Obviously if we have to stay in overnight, I love this. I was wearing this like most nights up until probably about 8 weeks ago, and I was like, no, I really need to wash it and just put it in my bag. But this is just like a little nightgown, and I just love it. I think it's so cute. Got some lovely fat pants in here. Apparently they're not fat enough, but I think they're very fat, so we shall see. But I've got a few pairs of pants. I think I've got 4 because of the bleeding. And then I have got a couple pairs of socks in here as well. If I am in the pool, or even if I'm not in the pool, I'm not going to be wearing pants. So there's no need for me to be like getting like swimming pants and stuff. Right, other compartment. Oh, this has got all the lovely stuff. So we've got some equal baby nappies in here. So we've got 2 sizes, because obviously we don't know what size is going to be. We've got like a size 1 and then a size 2, but there's really like not much difference. This is size 1 and this is size 2, so yeah, not much difference at all. But we've got loads. Oh my god, we've got loads. We've got loads of nappies. Probably won't need that much, but we have got loads. So if any other mums run out of any, we can just share. I have then got some lovely big hospital pants, pads in here, which I think these are the right ones I needed, because I wasn't sure whether I needed like the actual pants or just these. So I've just got these, and then if I need the big pants that you put on, then I can just get those. But I've got that for the leaking as well. So attractive. The middle bit, which is my favourite bit because this has baby's bits in it. So, well, first, snacks. Now, we only got these the other day and we have eaten some snacks out of here. But obviously, I'm going to need energy, and I'm probably going to struggle to just keep like sort of normal food down. Like at the minute, I've sort of lost my appetite again anyway. So the thought of like sitting and having like a sandwich, I'm a bit like ugh. So yeah, just some sugar, a couple squares bars. These are for Ash. These are for me. Kind bars. I love kind bars. I've got an orange juice in there, and then we have got some other fizzy sweet. So yeah, I'm purely just thinking of energy. Probably will try and like buy some more sustenance, proper food before the hospital. But for now, we just have those. We have got baby's red book in there. this, which I love. So obviously, like I say, I ideally would like a water birth, so, and obviously I want as much skin on skin contact with baby as possible, so I thought something like this would be perfect, where it is like one of the light night dress things. So this I can just wear, and obviously it can be loose, and then baby can just obviously lay on my chest, but it is like a nightgown basically. It's got nice baggy sleeves, it's very baggy, very pretty. Got this from Primark like ages ago, so I was like, yeah, I want that, and that's what I'm hoping to wear around the house after, because like I said, I plan to breastfeed, so I don't want any restrictions. I just want to be able to whip it out and feed him. Right, so we've got baby outfits coming next. We've got a few outfits. I've got a little vest for him to wear while we're in hospital, if obviously he's not naked. I'm not really sure if they stay naked for quite a while, or don't know, and I've heard that it can be quite hot in hospitals, so I've got a little thin one with like the legs out, just in case. But then these are the little outfits, because at the minute obviously he's due end of February and the weather's been quite nice recently, so I'm thinking it's probably not going to be really cold, so he won't need anything majorly thick, but I'll probably put like a little coat or something, well, not a coat, but like a little something thicker in there. But this is just a little cute baby grow, and you put their hands in here as well, so it's got the little gloves already, which I just think is adorable. It's got Tigger on it, and I just think it's so cute. So we've got a few sizes. That is 0 to 3 months, because again, we don't know how big he is. This is baby, so I assume that's newborn. So again, we've got a little white outfit, very cute. This is newborn size, and it's just tiny. So yeah, again, sticking with like the baby grow kind of thing. And we've obviously got little hat, very cute, and then little mitts. So yeah, just literally the cutest thing ever. I just love them. So yeah, they're his 3 little outfits to pick from, but like I say, probably before we go in and I go into labour, I'll be like, we need a coat or something, so I'll probably do that and show you that after. We've got a blankie for him, obviously when we come home. This has all been washed and everything. It feels lovely and soft. I've got him a baby towel, so I didn't know whether they would like bath him or whether I'd bath him there, so I've just got a towel just in case. Muslins for sick and dribble, and then I've got a towel in here as well, which I'm not going to bother pulling out because there's no point. I have a towel for obviously after the pool and everything, but me and Ash packed this bag together because obviously it's very important for him to know where things are, rather than me, because like I say, I'm going to be busy giving birth, so it's his job to get me stuff from this bag. So that is what I have in my hospital bag. I did a lot of looking to see what I actually needed, because at the start I really wasn't sure, but after watching a few YouTube videos it just massively helped. But the main thing is having baby clothes and nappies and stuff for him. We do have wipes as well, so I don't know why they weren't in there. I think maybe they were at the bottom, but we have wipes as well. Don't forget the wipes. So obviously you can see my birth plan has changed quite a little bit since doing the hypnobirthing course. I just feel so much more happy and so much more confident with the new birth plan. So we have officially got 8 days to go until his due date. It's safe to say I definitely feel that things are changing physically, mentally. Things just seem to have shifted. Yesterday me and Ash went for a walk, and honestly I felt that my hips were going to break. I think he's definitely head down now, but we have got a midwife appointment later this week. I will be 39 weeks. I was meant to be 38, but I had to cancel it on Monday because I wasn't feeling very well, which is really annoying, so I really wanted to hear if he was like head down and engaged, but I'm pretty sure he is. So I'm really looking forward to that, and then just hearing what the crack is really, like what's happening. But I know it can literally happen any day now, and the way I'm sort of feeling physically, mentally, I think we're sort of going to be around on due date, really, because like I say, we've only got 8 days left, so I think we're doing good. So thank you again for watching this YouTube video. Again, if you have any requests or anything you would like me to cover, I would love to hear about it. If you have any questions or anything as well, please feel free to pop them below. I always reply. And then, yeah, who knows, next video I may be sitting here with my little boy in my arms. So until next time, thank you for watching.